Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. I'm out here checking out the red maples and seeing what we got going on. As you can see right here, this little maple tree here in the opposite field that I usually check is completely bloomed out. We'll check the one I always check here in a minute. I don't think is as far along as this one is. This one here, if you look, it is just covered in bloom all the way to the top. And what I tell people, use this as a marker, and we do every year, when you should start feeding your bees with your high top feeder, and mix it 2 parts sugar, 1 part water. Early on this year, you want that mixture to be pretty thick. Just in the event that we get a lot of cold and there's too much moisture being put in the hive, so you don't want it watered down yet. This is not a feed that will promote a lot of growth as far as population goes. It doesn't mimic the one-to-one, which is the one-to-one more mimics the natural nectar. So it's a thick, syrupy sugar water. But today's February 14th, and a little bit early. We'll check that other one out here in a second and look at it. From looking at it from here, it doesn't look bloomed out as much, and this may not even be a true red maple. I'm not 100% sure, but I just come across this one out here in the field, and I'm really not sure about it. But let's go up and check the other one and see what it looks like. Before we check it out, let's check out this little 5-frame, or not 5-frame, little 8-frame, and see what we got going on there, see if we can see any pollen. I just checked out another hive, and they was bringing in tons of pollen, and of course when I walked over to this one, it was really busy, and they've slacked off for just a little bit. We may have to go to another hive. I saw the other one that was bringing in quite a bit of pollen. So it's still cold. It was supposed to get up in the 50s today, but it's sure chilly. The wind's kind of blowing a little bit, so there's not a whole lot of movement yet. Right there's one that's got a little bit of pollen. Right there's another one. But they're definitely bringing, so there's one. See, they're different color pollen too. So there's one with the yellow. Just saw one with some bright red. So even though I do have the pollen feeder still out, I do know that it's not just from the pollen feeder, because if it was, it'd be one color, not multiple. So I saw one that was bright yellow, one that was bright red, one that was just almost white. So, you know, at February 14th, things are starting to bloom a little bit here and there. So this is a good time of year. What you really, really got to watch out for now is, even though your hives look active, don't let them run out of resources this quick and end up dying out when they're doing this good this time of year. So even though they're going to start bringing some stuff in, hopefully they'll get enough in there to they'll start building their population up a little bit. So let's go up and check the other red maple out. Okay, here's the tree that I always go by. That little tree down there, I'm not exactly sure what kind of maple it is. I know 100% sure these are red maples because I planted them from babies. I bought these from the nursery, planted these 20-some plus years ago. So I know that they are red maples 100%. And that one down there, I'm not sure. It's a lot further along than this. This has a lot of buds that aren't even close to opening yet. I always use this tree here as a marker when I start feeding sugar water, 2 parts sugar, 1 part water. And it's probably gonna be another week on it. And that's about right. It's usually around the 20th, 21st, around that time, right around the 20th. It may be, you know, 18th, 25th, but it's always right there really, really close. So we're watching it and keeping an eye on it. And this is the one, you'll see the honeybees packing on that pretty heavy. I didn't see a whole lot of traffic on that one down there. And like I said, it's pretty chilly out. You check out my chickens, my free range chickens. Been getting a lot of eggs from them. So they're doing really good. Do any of you beekeepers out there keep chickens as well? Let me know if you do. I'm just kind of curious. I mean, usually you're interested in honeybees, you're interested in chickens and about anything pertaining to farming. But I'm kind of curious. Let me know what you all raise besides honeybees. And also, every year I ask everybody to please comment, and it helps a lot of other beekeepers out. Because some beekeepers can't walk out there in your yard and see a red maple blooming. So let us know in your area if your red maple is blooming. That way, beekeepers that watch the video will be able to see for themselves that, you know, that you testified that it's blooming, and they can start feeding sugar water. And it's just like I said, it's a good marker. I go by it every year. It's like it's the first thing with any amount of nectar that the bees can use. So that's about it, folks. Just a little quick video on early red maples blooming. Don't forget, folks, click on the little bell, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Barnyard Bees.